Okay, guys, welcome to a SportsMatters TV special in association with Wrestle Slam, the podcast. And the lady next to me is no stranger to our show. We've had so many great conversations over the years. This is the first time we've spoken to Masha since she's become TNA Knockout Champion. Listen, Slammiversary is days away, but you look like $1 million and you're looking to become a double champ.
I sure am. And we only are 4 days away from Slammiversary. This has been being talked about, being built for months and months and months. And I'm so excited because the day is almost there. And the day is almost there that I become double champion.
It is, and listen, we know your pedigree. You've been at this a long, long time. But it's people could have sometimes forget about the journey that you've been on. It's been a serious journey since day one, and credit where it's due. You're showing the world what you can do.
I sure haven't. Funny enough that you should say this. Somebody earlier today on Twitter posted a photo of me way back from 2019 when I was chosen from an Evolve tryout and attended NXT back in the day. And someone had mentioned that after that, I went on my longest tour of Japan and then came back, and the rest has been history. So it really is a nice moment to reflect on the journey. And I really would never have it any other way than it has been. It's been a wonderful ride with so many awesome stops around the world. And this is really going to be the culmination, but just for now, because the journey still continues after Slam.
It does indeed. And look, speaking of your opponent, Jacy Jayne, obviously, look, a girl that the world knows quite well. She's going to have her hands full. You know what I mean? This is a big ask for her. But, like, you know what I mean? Suppose it's Slammiversary, it's a TNA pay-per-view. It's probably one of the biggest of the year. But look, you're well equipped to do the job. And I think it's only a matter of days before you come the double champ.
I mean, thank you. And I agree. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to this match. And Jacy Jayne got a taste of what it's going to look like just last night on NXT.
She did. Now, what's your take on, I suppose, this crossover? Because Masha, when we last spoke, I suppose there wasn't really a crossover. Note the fact that TNA wrestlers can wrestle on NXT, you know what I mean, in WWE. That's obviously a dream come true for someone like you to, I suppose, have the opportunity to wrestle elsewhere too.
It's really awesome to be in these like unprecedented and new times and be involved in this crossover. I think it's really cool, all of the stuff that's been going on both at TNA and at NXT. I know NXT not only has TNA talent, but they have people coming and going from Evolve, from LFG. So it's really nice to see all of like the integration of all the different wrestlers and all of the possibilities of matchups and stories to be told.
Definitely. Now, speaking of being the number one lady in TNA, look, that roster is packed. It is incredible right now. You always have a target on your shoulders being the champ, but listen, what a place to be right now, TNA. It's gone from strength to strength, and obviously, look, that locker room is vital, and it's got a great leader like yourself.
It's really cool to continuously see the knockouts division changing and growing because we've always had a very strong roster, but we always have people coming and going. And I don't think there is a moment where we had a bad or incomplete roster or something like that. But like you said, right now, as per usual, we are stacked to the nines. We just signed several new knockouts and it's really bustling. So I welcome anyone to come and challenge me for this title and for the title that I plan to have on Sunday as well. It's going to be a very exciting time coming up.
Definitely. Look, you have a lot of history with a certain lady, Jordan Grace. Is that someone obviously you're going to lock horns with due course? Look, you've had so many great battles over the years, but listen, there's always been a good battle between the two of you, and obviously you beat her to become champ.
Me and Jordan Grace have always had, man, match after match has always been spectacular. As a matter of fact, I think there's a match that took place in, I want to say November. It was after I had taken a title from her at Bound for Glory. This was a rematch. We had a 2 out of 3 falls match. And I think that's really a gem of our work. I think that's one of the matches that is like slept on of ours. I really enjoy working with her. And honestly, it's absolutely not the last time that we worked together at the last Bound for Glory. We will absolutely be seeing each other again at some point. I believe that.
Definitely. Speaking of all your European fans, especially here in Ireland and in the UK, obviously they mean a lot to you. And obviously, look, we're hoping to get yet again a TNA tour in due course. We really want one every year. It's twice a year if we can get one, but you'd be happy to come back to Europe, wouldn't you? And obviously, look, it's a place to be, and there's some really good wrestling over here in Europe.
Oh man, I look forward to coming back to Europe. I really hope that a TNA tour of Europe does manifest sooner rather than later. I was just over back in Germany, what is it, during March for
Mm.
the 16 carat. Had a really wonderful time at the tournament and in general being back in Germany. So I love going to Europe every chance I get to.
Definitely. No. Speaking of, I suppose, the Irish scene, okay, we've had a girl there recently from Ireland join TNA, Mila Gray slash Mila G. Any words of advice you can give to Mila ahead of her journey at TNA?
Just keep being yourself and stay true to who you are and continue to push yourself to be the best every single day.
Definitely, no, I love it. Now, listen, there's obviously many inspirations in world wrestling for you, but we never asked you this question. Who was that person that inspired you first day, Masha?
I the number one wrestler who always I look to for inspiration was the Dynamite Kid. I think he's one of the greatest wrestlers, if not the greatest wrestler to ever do it. I mean, incredible athleticism, skill. It was groundbreaking for the time, and I mean that's why I call myself Russian Dynamite. Is little OD to Dynamite Kid. So that's always he's always been my favorite.
Props where it's due. Now, listen, here in Ireland, we have TNA Plus. Why should the fans tune into TNA Plus? Obviously, look, it's got so much great content, but why do you love TNA Plus?
Well, I love TNA Plus because we've actually been updating the app and now we have so much content available. We not only have the opportunity to purchase a one-time pass for like Slammiversary coming up, but there's also an annual subscription where you get access to all of our pay-per-views, all of our explosions, our weekly programming for Impact. You can watch all of the old things that we have in our archives from TNA back in the day. I personally really love to watch the stuff from the X Division that I was watching when I was younger. So I think it's a really worthy investment. Like I said, you get to watch Slammiversary and all of the weekly programming, all of the backstage specials, and all the stuff that happened in the past.
Is there any match from the past that stands out to you? There's so many I could think of, but is there any match that literally stands out and you say, holy, that was the moment I'll always remember?
Mm, I don't think it was any specific match. I think just generally watching the exhibition got me so excited because I was like, man, they're flying around and flipping around. And then once I started wrestling, I was like, well, unfortunately, that will not be my style. But I do love watching it.
Definitely. Now, question from a couple of fans just before we wrap up, okay? There was a lot of people saying that they want to see you in a Royal Rumble, okay? Now, we've seen the last year or two, obviously, TNA Stars crossover. Now, who knows, Masha double champ in the Royal Rumble 2026. Is that something that would appeal to you to come out and, hope to have the two belts around the shoulders?
Hey, like I said, we are every single day living in unprecedented times, so you never know what's going to happen. And I look forward to all of the unknown possibilities that are going to unfold for me in the future.
And last of all, quick question. There's a lot of fans out there right now want to know. Obviously, there's so much talent out there. I know you're fairly observant with the talent that's coming up through the indie scene. Is there one female star right now that you could recommend that you would love to see come over to TNA from, I suppose, any part of the world right now?
Goodness gracious. I run into quite a lot of women on the independent scene who are killing it. And I think that the tag team of Danny B and Charity Kane,
Mm.
they've been killing it and they should continue to kill it on a bigger platform.
I love it. I'll make sure to tag to that one. Masha, listen, we're looking forward to this weekend. We'll be watching here in Ireland. It's going to be live at the Macau Casino, Cork City. It's an honour as always, champ. I'm delighted you have that belt. And listen, double champ after the weekend, huh?
You know it.
Appreciate it, champ. Thank you very much.
Thank you.